I wasn't going to bother making a video about this because I thought it would be a non-event removing this diff. I just thought I'd take it out and get it out the way and see what we need to do, and I can start on other parts. So I'm doing other bits on the shell, but this has turned into a nightmare. 15 minutes it took me to get the drive shafts disconnected and all the other bolts out. I've been doing war with one bolt for a couple of hours now, and I got some of this spray. I'll spray that on now. I'll turn it round a bit so you can see it's this one bolt here, just will not move. It's a steel bolt through an alloy diff casing. Good rinse. This smells like it would do something anyway. I've tried the impact gun on it, no success. So now I'm going to do one last trick. This is probably where I break a socket or break the wrench. I should do this with a breaker bar, but I'm just going to try see if I can use the jack to get this to move. If that's moved, this was the greatest hack ever, and that was... I still can't move it by hand. I don't think it did move. Put a shorter socket on. Of course I left my 19mm socket at the other end of the garage, but while I went for it, I found this, which seems like it is a 19 on the end. But this seems like the perfect tool for doing this. Let's see if it works. I bet it... we'll try it and see. Hopefully I don't do some sort of irreparable damage. Make things worse. I think this is just going to pop off. Hopefully it doesn't damage anything. Feels like it's turned... No, it's lifted the car up is what it's done. Try the shorter socket on it. I think we've got movement. Did still lift the car a bit, but I think I was looking all over for the socket, and here it is on the end of this still. I don't think I can get this in now that the car's lower, is the problem. Oh, we have movement. It's just a pinch bolt and the nut is off the other end. So if I can get it loose and moving, I can hopefully start knocking it out with the hammer. It's loose, but it's just completely hanging solid off that one bolt. It's always, well, the story of this whole video really, that there's always just one difficult stiff one. Problem is, there's like when you're putting the shorter end of the Allen key in, there's not really anywhere to get in and turn it much with this. It's like 1mm at a time. Problem is, there's just no room to get swing on a hammer as well to give it a really good knockout. I think it is moving now, but it's little at a time. Rather not snap it off and have to drill it out, I'd rather just get it out in one piece, and that's why I'm putting the effort in. I think, oh, that's the torque wrench starting to break. It is moving more freely now. I think it's just as it's turning and working the oil in a bit, because it is just a pinch bolt. So when WD-40 doesn't touch stuff, plus gas fast release. This does. It smells like it works as well. It smells pretty good. Pretty good to me anyway, that likes the smell of stuff like this. Hoping the further it goes, the easier it gets. I know how these things go, you just get stuck on that last ½ inch at times. If you have an older car, or a car with difficult seized bolts, this is why whenever you take it to a garage you end up with a massive bill, because somebody has to do this and get it out without damaging anything else. Unless you just take it to a shitty garage and they do just cut things off. This is a really long bolt. Must be 8 inches on a warm day. If only it was a cold day and it was a bit shorter. Pretty sure that's how it works. Spraying chemicals all over, getting high. This is the truth. Don't believe these programs where they're just, you know, you see the car in one state and then done almost. This is the truth behind it. It's like fractions of a millimetre at the time. At least it is moving now. Problem is we've just got that trailing arm here and an anti-roll bar here lined right up with where this bolt is. So there's no room to swing a hammer really. Not getting a good hard swing on it. So I'm using the side of the hammer, not the head. One bolt, and it's always one bolt in every job like this. But at least on something like this it's usually only one bolt. Hoping that oil by turning it just gets worked into places a bit more and makes my life a bit easier. It says on the instructions. I mean, I do like the smell of WD-40 as well. Did you know they put vanilla in this to make it smell nicer? And more oil is more better, right? At least if I'm turning it the outwards way, I feel like it's psychologically better. It's probably not doing a lot. Probably. It's not moved. Not any further. It is just turning though freely now. More freely. I think I've earned a break now. I'll let that oil do its work. I'll come back in a bit. Have another go at it. Back again under the car just to have another go at this diff, to get this one last bolt out. 15 minutes it took me to get the rest of them out, the other 19, and this one's just taking days. I've had a couple of days off because I was busy doing other stuff and I just haven't had time to get down under here. I have got a new secret weapon. It's the Draper Stormforce air hammer, whether you can see that. Just to give it, you know, a bit of a knockout, because you can't get any swing on a hammer under there, so let's have a go and see what it does. I don't think that's touched it. Not budged it an inch. On the plus side, it doesn't feel any tighter. Get some more oil in. There's not much holding this, but sometimes it doesn't take much to just a total bloody nightmare to get some of these out. I don't think it is moving at all. Just turning it to try and loosen it up and get some of the dirt out and get more spraying. It moved. We're a bit further than when we started today, a little bit. I think every little bit's just rattling it a little bit looser and looser. I kind of want to knock it back in this way, just to see if I can loosen it a bit more, but I don't want to knock it back in and then just not get it out again. Oh, we threw part of it underneath. So it is just that ½ inch there of alloy that's holding it now and just gripping dead tight on it. Really don't want to break this because it's only gonna be harder if I break it. Far out are we? Oh, we've got miles to go. Miles to go still. I'm glad I tried that jack on the wrench idea to just get it cracked off. That wasn't my original idea. I'm sure I saw it on an episode of Real Mechanics. I'll see if I can find the link. I think it was Real Mechanics reacting to dodgy ways of getting bolts out. It works. Worst part is I'm not even halfway, not even close. I don't really need the jack right there to catch it just at the moment. I don't think we're in any danger of it just flying out, sadly. I take a bit of pressure off it with the jack, just so it's sitting in the middle of the hole. Because that diff isn't on anything now, you can see it's just loose and flopping around. It's just stuck in the casing. It's a steel bolt in an alloy diff case, and this is just what happens with a little bit of corrosion and a bit of time. It's feeling not too tight. Can I get this in with the jack there? Ah, oh, look at that, out in one piece. Ah, and it only took 3 days. I'm not putting that back in. Let's get this diff off. This is where I find there's an even worse bolt holding it and sticking the lot in, but let's drop it and see. I don't think there is. There we go. And we're free. Finally. Just need to get this out now. Just as well, because I really need a wee. Oh. And we're out, finally. That's one step closer to paint shop. Well, that's how you get a diff out, and I think I'm done for today. I figure some of this oil might help future me. We're out now. I'm done. Going for my lunch.